Now, everyone, watch this. Let's just say that we wanted to do something with the type, but not quite what we want. So I'm just going to copy this type. I'm actually going to create a mask with the type. So I've double-clicked it and I'll copy. And now I'm just going to hide it. Now this time, instead of the type tool, I'm using the type mask tool. Now I'm just going to click in there and paste. Now, watching? I've just pasted the mask. So if I go OK, that is now our marching ants. And so now, if I have a new layer, we go gradient, I have my type with a gradient fill. So I'll show you that again. I can come in and keep on working on this. So I'll do it again. Double click to highlight the text that I've created. All right. Hide that layer, create a new layer, and in the type tool, we have the horizontal type mask tool. And all I need to do is just click in there, and now I'm just going to paste it, okay? So that's pasted all of the type as I've used it, okay? And so now I could do this, or I think we actually have a gradient tool somewhere around here. I wonder where it's gone to.
Right.
The bucket.
Yeah, right.
This, where's the bucket? Why am I looking at it? Let's look at our window. There it is, gradient tool. I was looking at it all along. So in here, I could actually choose my foreground and background colours. Okay, so what I have are foreground and background. And here are, in the basics, there they are, and click and drag. Okay, so that's a gradient in there. And the good thing about that is that I can always come back and adjust it. Okay, so what I'll do is let's just put a little drop shadow on that. Okay, I might come back and fix it up a bit later. I think that probably needs to be maybe underneath these, but we'll just see how we go. All right, that's a bit better. And I'll put a drop shadow on that. Now what I'll do is I'm going to put on these stripes. Okay. So there's lots of ways we can do this. But again, it's going to be about putting on a new layer. So I'll come in down the bottom. And what I can do, I might just give myself a lot of flexibility with this. So I'm just going to create a big block. I'm going to rotate this. Okay. And you'll come in here. I could actually put a gradient on this. All right, let's just say we're here. Now this layer, I can now, whoops, actually what I wanted to do, so silly me, is I wanted the layer to go that way. Actually more that way. Okay. And once I do that, I can come in and adjust. So with that layer, here it is down here. Let's duplicate that layer. And we'll move that one down the other end. Whoop. Now, if I need be, bring it into place. Now I might duplicate that layer. Oop, push that off. And this one, I might make, just zooming right out. I can come in and do it maybe actually, let's just delete that one. Don't want that one. Put that one in the bin. I'll just create a whole new one. I'll make a nice skinny one here. So same deal. Let's bring that out. Okay. Now I'm going to put blend modes on these too, by the way. So Right, so I'm just sort of coming through with this. Maybe I'll duplicate that layer. Maybe I'll duplicate that one again. So we're just sort of coming through and building these. Now, I think my background color is going to change into more of a gradient with purples and things. So come in here. Actually, let's see what happens if I move all of these up the top. Let's save this. People saving their work. Do that regularly. Okay, now I might put blend modes on all of those. So you can start to see how it starts to build in its own way. Not necessarily the greatest work of art, but it's that. And maybe this background color becomes a gradient. And this one has okay, so it just starts to build. I'll get my little drop shadows on our figures and we're away. Okay. Little handy hint, if I want to copy my layer style, my drop shadows, I make one of them, just right click, copy layer style, and then I'll just paste layer style. Okay. So we can come through all of this. There. I might make my dance layer bigger, my option key down. I can start building away. Right, so when you do all of this, again, just show your layers, maybe throw away the layers you're not using. Then we can start to see how that all comes together. Not the greatest work, but okay, so working with that one there. No. Right, let's see. Let's just grab one of the other ones. All right. Where's the folder of answer? So these are the so I just want to just check that the connection is from this recording.